over 20% returns from these two special funds, ArvoCap and Oak Special Funds. Another amazing result that has actually caught the attention of the Capital Markets Authority, not just for these two special funds, but for all the CIS providers. In today's episode, we are going to compare the two special funds, Oak Special Fund and ArvoCap Multi-Asset Strategy Special Fund. The reason I'm emphasizing on the specific names is because ArvoCap have a few other special funds that if you want, we can also look at them in a subsequent episode. So let me know in the comments section. So we're going to compare their performance in Q1 and Q2 and the annualized returns as at half year 2026. So let's start with Oak Special Fund. Hello good people, Jessie is my name and this is the Money and Growth Circle where we are working towards financial peace and ultimately financial freedom. If this is your kind of content, make sure you're subscribed and turn on the notification bell so that every time we have a new upload, you will be notified. Let's get to the video. In Q1, their return was 4.72%. Fair enough as compared to the ones that we are checking out today and in our previous week's review. Q2, 3.19%, which means it has gone down a bit. For the half year, that is 8.06%. First of all, that is way better than some of the money market fund that we have, because you'll find an annualized rate of 8.06% for a money market fund. Meaning this can actually give you more than double returns. But of course, it comes perhaps with double risk. So do not celebrate or take your emergency fund to a special fund because they're giving you better returns. Remember, the goal here is to balance growth and stability. So that's why you still need a money market fund, and you can also now go out to a special fund. For the annualized rate, it was 20.28%, which gives you hope that despite getting stability in your money market at maybe 10%, special fund is giving you growth at 20.28%, which is a good thing and a good balance. Remember, past performance is not guarantee that it will continue, but it demonstrates some performance of the current period. But over the past few years, you can look at how the fund has performed and then help you make a decision. But in future, it can perform worse or even better. As you have seen, Q1 was better than Q2. So always know that you can have better performance in future or lower performance. So the decision of getting into a special fund should not only lie in the current performance, but you should check other things. Like what I have said, you need to know where they invest. You need to know the risk that is involved in where they're investing. You need to understand whether you're willing to take up the risk. You need to check the level of volatility. Get to understand the fund. Read their fund facts and disclosure documents. And of course, ensure they are regulated by the Capital Markets Authority. CMA came out, have had a closed door meeting with the CIS providers. Unfortunately or fortunately, people are taking the discussion out of proportion. Yes, there could be reason to be worried because, like I have said time and time again, these special funds are high risk. So you should be able to at least understand the risk involved and where they invest. So in essence, it was not a warning to the special fund providers. It was communication telling you as the investor that you need to understand where your money is being invested. Ideally, the CME was bringing it to our attention that, number one, you need to understand where your money is being invested, the risks involved. Remember, special funds are classified as medium to high risk based on where they invest their funds. In fact, the question you should ask yourself is that, do you know where your fund manager invests your money? You know, for money market, it's standard. But when it comes to these special funds, you need to understand where they're invested. And by the time you put in your money, you understand the risk that you're taking. Another thing I pick from this heated debate is that, you see, we have normalized small returns. So when people become aggressive and they give investors more returns, it sounds like you have exceeded the expectation of the society. If you're getting returns at 10%, 8%, nobody talks. But when it goes to more than 20%, I mean, if I have taken the high risk, then I'm expecting the higher returns. So just take precaution before you invest. Understand where your money is being invested so that by the time you get in, you have embraced the risk that comes with where your money is invested. Let me know in the comment section if you're in any of the special funds, whether you know where your money is invested. So when it comes to what CMA was addressing during the warning is, number one, they're not against the special funds. In any case, they're the people who have licensed them. Thus, they are working under their supervision. Number two, they didn't say that special funds are unsafe. They did not ban the special funds. They were raising concerns as to how some of these special funds were being marketed. I think I've mentioned before when we're discussing these investments that before you invest, get to understand end to end what this investment is all about. And I actually mentioned that sometimes we fall prey of marketers and just buy something because it has been hyped, it has been well marketed, because sometimes, let's give credit where it's due, you find their marketing strategy is top notch. And this actually leads to you buying because you're being influenced by maybe how they are marketing or how they are selling the product and your friends. These investment companies also make sure you suffer from FOMO, fear of missing out, and you end up investing without understanding where you're putting your money and where your money is being invested. So their focus was on investor protection. So also do not compare money market funds with special funds, because that is what is making it seem like they're making abnormal profits. Money market funds are investing in low risk investments, while the special funds are going all out for higher risk investments. So that is expected that if you take a higher risk, you get higher returns. Basically, the regulator wanted the fund managers to give accurate information, explain the risk that is involved in the special funds, investor before they even put in their money. Remember, it's your responsibility to understand where you're investing and ensure that they don't have deceitful marketing that will lead to investors investing without getting the actual or accurate information about this special fund. So before investing in a special fund, ask these 5 questions. What assets does the fund invest in? How much risk am I taking? Is the investment suitable for my goals? Remember, I always say that your investments must align with your financial goals. And if you don't have any goals, let me know in the comment section or drop me an email. Then we can undertake an assessment based on how your current financial position looks like. Get to know who manages the funds. Read their fact sheets. Once you're equipped with information, whether you're taking super, very high risk, you know before you get in. But don't get in and then listen to what people are saying about the specific fund, and you're wondering to yourself, is that really where I want to invest my money? But you put your money before understanding where you're putting your money. Investment is your personal responsibility. You get to understand yourself, then now invest. Anyway, let's go to the second special fund. I'll take a different approach for this second one, which is ArvoCap Multi-Asset Strategy Special Fund. For them, they have been giving, based on what they have provided on their website, they have given monthly performance. And I'm taking an approach of a monthly performance because there has been some high level of fluctuations. Like in January, they did 2.78%. In Feb, negative 0.87%. In March, negative 2.47%. In April, they exceeded expectations. They did 14.01%. In May, they exceeded again, 15.24%. In June, they did negative 1.9%. So annualized is 23.79%. I wanted you to see how it can fluctuate. You can go from negative to double digit. So special funds are high risk. So sometimes you get high returns, and when volatility hits hard, you go to the negative. So let's answer what caused the variance between ArvoCap and Oak. Oak demonstrated relatively steady returns, quarter-on-quarter performance, whilst ArvoCap fluctuated from negative to double digit. ArvoCap invests across multiple assets, across several global themes, thus the variance. It means they perform well when the market performs well. Returns grow relatively quickly. Remember, it has come from negative and now it has even exceeded annualized of Oak by 3%. So when markets fall, they fall deeply. That's where we got the negatives. So they had a shaky Q1 but a very strong Q2, which is something we also saw with Kuza Momentum Special Fund. If you want, let me know in the comment section. I can do an analysis of the last 3 years' performance of the 5 special funds we have discussed this far. So, between the 2 special funds, which is the best? Let me know in the comment section where you would put your money. Like I said in our last week's review, it doesn't mean that you put all your eggs in one basket. Diversify. If you're able to, put your funds in ArvoCap and also in Oak, so that when the highs come, you celebrate. When the highs come on this other side, you celebrate and you get to have a balance. So out of the 5 we have analyzed, I can't say there's a top one. I can't say that put your money in one. I can only advise that you diversify. Put in different special funds. And if you don't have all the money, then analyze based on what I have shared. I will put the playlist in the description box or in the first comment so that it helps you understand everything you need to know about special funds before you put your money in any of the special funds. Okay? Let me know in the comment section which fund you're investing in and your experience, and perhaps the good things and the bad things that you have experienced, so that we can learn from you and also share with others so that it can help them in the decision making. Okay, so thank you so much for watching this video. If you're new, kindly consider subscribing. If you're returning, thank you so much for always coming back to watch our videos. See you on the next one. Bye.